Hey everybody, OkFixer here. Welcome back to my garage. In this video we're going to be looking at the rear end of this chassis. We'll remove the transmission, all the brakes. I'm really interested to see if those shocks are still any good. Looks like they've been replaced before by I don't know what, but we'll have a look at them. Brake lines, we will want to make sure our brake cables are free, parking brake. And we're going to repack our wheel bearings, clean everything up and put it all together. There's one thing I want to do in this video is I want to test this. This is Ryobi's answer to Milwaukee's heavy hitter. Okay, and it comes with a big juicy battery and a charger, and I bought the whole mess on a Black Friday sale at Home Depot or Lowe's or one of those places, whichever one does Ryobi, for $150. But I'm really interested to see how it's going to hit those 36 millimeter nuts on those axles. Well, I've got the battery and the charger right now, so let's get after it and see what happens. Now that's a hitter, folks. $150. Sure beats almost $500 for the red one. Hope that don't explode. Midas XD. We're going to use those again. Midas XD. Or Midas D. No, it's XD. Buy your shocks at Midas, folks. While you're right here, take a photograph. You can come back for reference to where everything goes. Okay, about bearings. This is just my opinion, okay? So you do what you want to do. You be you, I'm going to be me. You've seen all that grease I took out of there. Those bearings, there's nothing wrong with them. They're sealed, they're not dry, they roll really easy, they're not gritty. I am not going to take that seal out of the other side or the clip or that other bearing. I'm gonna get up there and wash that really good. I'm gonna wash this out, I'm gonna wash that other bearing, and I'm gonna get my needle gun, and I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna shoot those rollers, and I'm gonna roll it, I'm gonna shoot it again, I'm gonna shoot it again, and I'm gonna pack that full of grease, I'm gonna put her back together, clean that other bearing, put it back together. I'm even gonna use the original little O-ring on there, and the original seal that came off of it. I am not changing them. You be you. To me, I clean up that seal, there ain't nothing gonna be wrong with it. You start getting into this and replacing bearings and replacing seals, A, it's really expensive, and B, what kind of bearings and seals are you gonna get? Are they gonna be Chinesium, or are they gonna be original German ones? If you're gonna seek original German parts, they're really gonna be pricey. These rolled just fine on what grease was in it. When I re-grease them, they'll roll just as fine for another 50 years. That's just my opinion. Just as a little side thing I'm doing, because it's always in my way. It's always sitting there begging me to work on it. So I used some of that rust remover that I also have all my hardware and parts soaking in. And the rust remover I let set for, I let it set like this for a day, and then I turned it on the side and let it set for a day, and turn it on the other side upside down. Anyways, rust remover had been in here for 5 days. So, and it did a pretty good job of cleaning it out, really pretty good job. And that is the kind of the etch, the metal etch, where I'm going to use that with. I'm not using the pour stuff, the metal etch pour stuff, because I think it's marketing. They have metal etch. Well, I bought metal etch also. It's rust remover, and they have degreaser and that soap and water. So let's pour that in there. I'm going to use this old Suzuki gas cap. It's really knackered, and I JB welded a thing on the end of it. I'm probably going to get a nice new one. They're not that much for a pop. I shook up a whole bunch before. So it says on there you're supposed to stir it, but I couldn't really stir it because it's so full. Then I put a piece of tape over the outlet, so it's funneling this. Yeah, it seems to be all coming out of the can. They told me on the package, it says you have to just get rid of it, drain it all out and throw it away, because you can't, once you open the can, it's done. And there's no sediment or anything on the bottom of the can, so I shook it up good. Also set it out in the sun to let it warm up good. So, and I set my tank in the sun too after I rinsed it, and let it dry out really well. I'm gonna move this around a little bit. And that should coat the tank inside. So, realistically, the tank looked pretty good inside. I probably don't have to coat it, but I'm going to. Anyways, because just to give it a good seal. I took the original petcock all apart and I put it in some Berrymans also, let it soak, and I'll buy a kit for that. I'm really jazzed about this tank because it's in such good shape. So I still haven't got anybody to tell me what kind of motorcycle this is. It's yellow. I gave away the name, but what is it? Joel Robert and Roger DeCoster both rode them to great success along with other people before the really popular model came out. So that ought to tell you pretty much something. So put your best guess down. Okay, just a little sidebar. I didn't think it was going to be like knitting a sweater out of seal foreskins, but trying to find a radiator cap for this was a nightmare. And in fact, I ordered 2 of them from Rock Auto. Both of them motor rads, and this one was 10 cents cheaper than this one, 15 cents or 18 cents or something like that. But, and both of them were under $4 instead of the $15 that Amazon wanted. And both of them fit very nice. They fit very nice, as they should. Let's see here. Well, I say it fits very nice. There it is. See? Now, these are made by Motorrad, and both of them are made in Mexico. The other 2 I got were Chinese and Indian. So, yeah. Okay, well, there's 2 good radiator caps for under $4 a piece for General Motors vehicle. Now I can put this one back on the motorhome. Okay.